Have you ever read the Bible, read about all kinds of outstanding miracles, and said, well, why don't the same miracles happen today? And maybe you've read the Bible, you read about those miracles, and then said, well, is the Bible even true? If those miracles happened then, and they're not happening today, maybe they didn't really happen then. Maybe people just said they did. Those are very, very fair questions. So, why don't the same miracles that happened in biblical days happen today? Let me give you several answers. One is that some of them still do. There are all types of attested miracles, not just of people's lives being changed, but of people's bodies being healed. There are attested miracles where people have been raised from the dead today. And every type of disease has been healed, from incurable cancer to other terrible diseases. And people are blind and deaf who've been healed. And much of this has been documented scientifically and medically. And then there's a multitude of eyewitnesses that would say, yes, we experienced this ourselves. So many of the things that happened in biblical days are happening today. That's one thing. A second thing is that some of the miracles in the Bible were one time only. In other words, the exodus from Egypt and God delivering his people from Egyptian bondage with signs and wonders and miracles and the splitting of the sea, that happened in that way, on that level, only once. Jesus rising from the dead, never to die again, that happened only once, and until the end of the age, when we're all resurrected, will not happen in that way, on that scope. So there are miracles that happen only once, or only in a unique season. For example, there was going to be a greater concentration of miracles during the life of Jesus to attest to his messiahship than during normal ongoing history. And yet, those same miracles continue, as Jesus says in John 14, that the works that he did, we will do also. This is what Scripture says. And here's the last reason we don't see more often: our unbelief. Mark 9, verses 23 and 24, Jesus said to the father of a boy with terrible seizures, if you can, because the father said, if you can help, do it. He said, if you can, all things are possible for one who believes. Immediately the father of the child cried out and said, I believe, help my unbelief. So, number one, many of the same miracles do happen today. Number two, some were just for a specific time and place and season. And number three, often it's our unbelief that stands in the way of miracles. And as we grow in faith, often we'll see God do even more. And when we don't see miracles, we know his goodness. We trust him anyway. He's faithful. He's God.